In American rail history, few locomotives command the amount of respect and admiration of rail enthusiasts like the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway's 3751. This locomotive, a relic of the golden age of railroading, represents the pinnacle of steam technology and the enduring romance of railways. But how did 3751 become a steam icon of Southern California? This is the story of 3751. The story of ATSF 3751 begins in the late 1920s, a period marked by rapid industrial growth and technological advancements. The Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway, commonly known as the Santa Fe, sought to bolster its passenger service fleet. To achieve this, they turned to Baldwin Locomotive Works, one of the most prominent locomotive manufacturers of the era. In 1927, Baldwin delivered ATSF 3751, among other ATSF Northerns. ATSF 3751 was a 484 Northern type steam locomotive with a robust design and advanced engineering. These locomotives were set to set a new standard for steam locomotives in the United States. All of them were equipped with a superheated boiler. The superheated boiler allowed Santa Fe 3751 to be more stable and highly efficient. As well, 3751 could reach speeds up to 100 miles per hour or even higher. All of these locomotives were also fitted with the Santa Fe 5-chime whistle that sounded like. Hauling passenger trains across the vast Santa Fe network, these locomotives quickly became a symbol of speed, reliability, and the sheer power of steam locomotive technology. In the 1930s and 1940s, 3751 was a mainstay on routes stretching from Los Angeles to San Diego, often pulling the famous San Diegan. In World War II, steam was king, but the post-war years brought significant changes to the rail industry. Diesel-electric locomotives, like the F7 or the GP9, with their great efficiency and lower operational costs, began to replace the steam locomotives of the Santa Fe and other railroads like it. By the late 1950s, steam locomotives were being phased out, and ATSF 3751 and its sister locomotives were no exception. In 1955, the Santa Fe decided to retire steam as a whole. A special excursion train was held, with Santa Fe 3759, a sister of 3751, in the lead.
This farewell to steam special is going to be the last steam run to operate on the Santa Fe Railroad in Southern California. This run is a round trip to Barstow via Cajon Pass. Santa Fe Steam Power has served Los Angeles since 1884.
In 1953, after 26 years of service, 3751 was retired from duty. The locomotive was donated to the city of San Bernardino, California, where it was put on static display in Viaduct Park. For decades, 3751 sat silently, a momentum to a bygone era, while the world of railroading around it evolved. With the diesel era in full swing, it became less and less likely for 3751 to be back on the rails once more. The story of this engine might have ended there, but a group of dedicated rail enthusiasts had other plans. In the early 1980s, the San Bernardino Railroad Historical Society was formed with the goal of restoring ATSF 3751 to operational condition. It was an ambitious project, requiring immense resources, technical expertise, and an unyielding passion. But the men and women of the San Bernardino Railroad Historical Society were up for the challenge. The locomotive was taken to the Kaiser Steel Mill in Fontana, California, where it was then restored over 5 years. The locomotive cost $700,000 to restore, but it was all worth it. The restoration was completed in 1991. 3751 was once again ready to hit the rails, this time as an excursion locomotive. Bringing the magic of steam to new generations, the restored 3751 became a roving ambassador of rail history, participating in special events and excursions across the country. Here's a couple of the significant ones, just to name a few. The story of 3751 is a story of innovation, dedication, and the timeless allure of steam. As it steams down the tracks today, 3751 not only preserves the past, but also inspires future generations to appreciate the rich history of American railroading. This locomotive, with its storied past and dynamic present, truly embodies the spirit of steam. This is the story of 3751.